Andriy always considered himself a lucky man. At 35 years old, he had a stable job at an architectural company, a nice apartment in the city center, and most importantly, a beautiful wife, Olga. They had been married for 10 years, and it seemed like nothing could break their bond. Olga was the kind of woman who always supported Andriy, whether it was work-related issues or personal difficulties. They often traveled together, spent time with friends, and made plans for the future. One of Andriy's closest friends was his schoolmate, Sergey. Their friendship had endured the years, and they remained loyal to each other despite their lives taking different paths. Sergey often visited their home, and Andriy would even joke that he was like a family member. He trusted him completely. However, recently Andriy started noticing some changes in Olga's behavior. She began staying late at work more often, hiding her phone when Andriy was near, and even spoke less about her plans. At first, Andriy didn't pay much attention, thinking it was just temporary difficulties. After all, marriages go through phases when everything isn't as smooth as one would like. But over time, Andriy's suspicions grew. Every time he asked Olga about her day, she responded briefly and nervously. Andriy tried to convince himself that it was just his imagination. Maybe she was just tired or stressed about work. But one day, his world was completely shaken. One evening, Andriy came home earlier than usual and caught Olga talking on the phone. He couldn't hear everything she was saying, but the words "I miss you" made his heart stop. Olga noticed him and quickly hung up, explaining that it was just a friend. But from her expression, Andriy knew it was a lie. That's when he decided to gather evidence. The next time Olga said she had a meeting with colleagues, Andriy called one of her coworkers. Confused, the coworker replied that there was no such meeting. After this, Andriy made up his mind. He installed an app on Olga's phone to monitor her messages and calls. Within a few days, Andriy discovered the shocking truth. Olga had been messaging Sergey. They exchanged sweet words, planned meetings, and, worst of all, spoke of love. Andriy couldn't believe his eyes. His wife, his best friend, people he trusted most in the world had betrayed him. Andriy didn't act immediately. He knew that if he confronted them in the heat of the moment, he wouldn't be able to control his emotions. He decided to wait, think it over, and find a way to confront them without destroying himself completely. A few days passed before he found the right moment. One evening, when Olga once again claimed she had a meeting with colleagues, Andriy calmly said, "I know you're lying to me." Olga froze in place, then tried to turn away, but Andriy continued, "I know about you and Sergey." A long, agonizing silence followed. Olga couldn't say a word. Her eyes were filled with fear and guilt. Andriy continued, "Why did you do this to me? I trusted you, I trusted him. And this is how it ends." Unable to hold back, Olga burst into tears and began making excuses. She said that everything between her and Sergey started by accident, that it was a mistake. But to Andriy, these words meant nothing. He no longer believed her apologies. Every word only deepened his pain. After that evening, Andriy packed his things and left. It was painful to realize that his perfect life had been nothing but an illusion. Sergey tried to contact him, but Andriy didn't want to hear his excuses. Their friendship was destroyed forever. Months passed before Andriy could even begin to cope with the situation. He had stopped trusting people as much as he used to and had become more withdrawn. But one day, he met a woman named Maria, who helped him believe that life could go on. She was kind, compassionate, and understood his pain, having gone through something similar herself. Gradually, their conversations grew into something more. Andriy knew that he still had a long way to go before he would be fully healed. But now he realized, even after the darkest night, the sun would rise.